Welcome, you made it. Clicked on the video. I recommend watching previous videos in this series. This is a continuation of what we were looking at previously on the integrations version of the chain rule, which some people call inverse chain rule. First things first, when it comes to integrating, I always like to take out the integrating factor. So that means that if there is a factor that's a number, you could take it at the front and multiply it by the result at the end. So that's going to make our life more straightforward. And we begin. We're going to integrate. We notice that we have 2x minus 4. And overall, we've got a function u to the 5. U dashed is 2, but we don't want that. We want 1 over 2 because we're doing the integration version of the chain rule. So on the right hand side, we don't find the derivative here. We integrate y, which is going to be u to the 6 over 6 at the front. And finally, because we have set everything up the way we have, this being chain rule, we multiply the bottom two. So a half times a 6, 1 over 12. U is 2x minus 4, and that's the power of 6 now. And don't forget the plus c because we're integrating. Well, wait, no. Before we move on, you're all screaming at me. See this little 8 out the front. You can't just take it out and forget about it. Yeah, no. Come on, T-formula. You know, there was something I didn't like about that 12th. Now I like it a lot more. And before we carry on, let's simplify this. So that's divided by 4 is going to be 2 over 3. 1 over 2x plus 5. Hopefully you realized it was 2x plus 5. And then the overall is something like 1 over u. U dashed is 2, but we don't want that. We want 1 over 2. Integral of y is going to be, this is where we have to know a standard result. If we integrate 1 over x, it becomes ln of x. This is going to become ln of u. Now we've done every step well. We've done the inverse and we've integrated. So the final result is just multiplying those two together. That's a half ln of whatever u was. That's 2x plus 5. Okay, here again, we have a half we're going to take out. Right, u dashed equals 4. We don't want that. We want 1 over 4. Integral of y is e to the u again. And because we've done the integral chain, that means we're going to multiply 1 over 4 e to the 4x minus 2. But am I going to forget about that half that I took out earlier? No. Let's go, guys. U dashed is equal to negative 6. That's a tough one in a sense. If you're not confident, that is tough. But we don't want negative 6. We want negative 1 over 6. And we're going to integrate y negative cosine. These two are going to be multiplied together as long as we've done the steps correctly. The two negatives are going to cancel, so that's really good news. I like that. 1 6 cosine 1 minus 6x plus c. All right, so we've now looked at a bit of practice. If you want to continue on our journey and learn about how this method is applied, please click on the link at the end of this video. It'll take you to where we're looking at integration by parts with the same grid method that allows us to stay so organized. If you want to support this channel, head on over to Patreon. You can get extra resources and a free gift with every sub.